Lynx is a JavaScript framework created by the founders of TikTok, ByteDance. We're now exploring what files go into an actual Lynx project after we've initialized it. First, we're going to look at our source directory. It's going to come with an assets directory, which will just include some initial asset files for us, which will be a couple Lynx pictures that the default application will use. Later, this might contain images we use in our own app. Next is the app.cs and app.typescript file. What's going to be in here is the app file is going to contain all the normal CSS or appearance rules that our project will use in the app.css file. The actual app.typescript file is going to be the core app's entry point. It's going to hold all the logic and primary structure for our application, and it likely will organize different components that we might have in other files. Moving on from there, in our source directory, we have our index typescript file, which actually initializes React and renders the Lynx app and the document object model associated with it. And we also have this environment file, which can be used for setting different environment or other RSpd Lynx project environmental variables. Moving out of that source directory, and just a reminder, the source directory is where everything core for our app is going to go and where we will do most of our actual edits. We'll very rarely come into the other root directory files. But these include the .gitignore, which will prevent Git from tracking certain files. It'll have our configuration for Lynx in case we want to adjust how it's actually run, and our package.json, which will have the dependencies and installs required for actually using our project or app. In addition, we'll have that README file, which is where we can add our own markup or documentation for our new app. And we'll have the other config.json file, which has just some basic TypeScript compiler settings that you can set if you want to, but you really shouldn't be messing around with that too much while we just get started with